Hello children, I'll continue the lesson, the Model Millionaire. So page number 45. You can open the page number 45. Let's continue the lesson. So here, as I was discussing the person, beggar man. He was a beggar man. So Alan Trevor, the friend of Huey, was a painter, and when Huey went to his house, though Alan Trevor was painting a beggar picture, but the beggar picture, beggar man himself was standing on that corner place. In the corner of the place, he was standing there only. So by looking at that person, he began to paint it. So his thick boots, his thick boots were patched and well worn, and with one hand he leaned on a rough stick. In the other hand, he held out a hat for money. One side he was holding a hand in his another hand for getting the money. That was the setup. That was the dress of the beggar man. What a wonderful model, whispered Huey as he shook hands with his friend. So he began to appreciate his friend's appreciation. He modeled himself. Beggar man was standing really as a model picture, and this man, Alan Trevor, was looking at the model and he began to draw that. That's why even the lesson name is Model Millionaire. So he began to wonderful model. He appreciated his friend, and he was taking his friend's hand for shaking his hand. So as a wonderful model, shouted Trevor at the top of his voice. I should think so. You won't meet a beggar like him every day. So even Alan Trevor also there, wonderful model. Okay, he didn't accept his friend's comment. Just he said that wonderful model, like that he began to question him. So you can't find such a beggar on the streets every day. Poor old man, said Huey. Huey said like that, poor old man. He got a little bit compassion on that old man by looking at the old man. How miserable he looks. He was looking so miserable, as if he is really a beggar man and he doesn't have anyone and he doesn't have food for a long time. Like that he was thinking about that poor man, old beggar man. Of course, he replied. Trevor replied, you don't want a beggar to look happy, do you? Trevor asked, you don't feel that beggar should be happy always? How much does a model? Okay, that simply he spoke that word. After that, no reply from that Huey. But Huey is asking another question. Remember, listen carefully. How much does a model get for a sitting? Asked Huey. Okay, that man, old beggar man, was standing there. Okay, and by looking that man, this Alan Trevor is drawing a picture. For his pictures, he used to get the money because he will be selling the pictures. Got it? Then the question of Huey is that the beggar man is standing. It means that he is spending his time. Got it? So in order to spend the time for that purpose, for the painting purpose, so Alan Trevor needs to pay some money for that beggar man. Isn't it? Simply, can he stand like that? Can he waste his time? No, something should be there. In return, something should happen. No, otherwise, who will be there? Who will be doing such works? If I stand for 1 hour for the sake of your benefit, can I get anything back? Definitely everyone will think like that. So in the same way, Huey is asking, if the person is standing there for a long time, for your purpose, for your benefit, how much money are you going to pay to him? That was the question of Huey. Then he said, 10 pence an hour. If 1 hour he stands like that, so I will give 10 pence. Pence is the currency of United Kingdom, UK. Okay, very least pence. Like how we have the rupees, pies, is there no hundreds like that? In the same rupees is there. In the same way, that country they have the pence, like pounds. Pence is the little one. How much do you get for your picture, Alan? Okay, after painting for that picture, how much money are you going to get? He said, oh, for this I get 2000 pounds. Okay, he is going to get, he said, I will get 2000 pounds. Well, I think the model should get some part of that, cried Huey, laughing. He's working quite as hard as you. Then you are giving, so he expressed that, then that model who is standing here for a long time, he needs to get little more money from your part. You are getting 2000 pounds, but that person, the model is getting very less amount. So he is worthy to receive some more money from your part. He expressed like that. Then he said, nonsense, nonsense. Why look at all the trouble of putting on the paint and standing up all the day? It's not easy work, I can tell you. Now do stop talking. I am very busy. Smoke a cigarette and keep quiet. Okay, then Alan got little angry on his friend. He was angry on his friend. So he said, what do you, see how many paintings, how many things I am going to spend for this painting, how much time just you are talking on behalf of that model only. You just stop talking about that person. I am very busy. Just you smoke a cigarette and leave the place, and be quiet. Like that he told to his friend. Then the model. After some time, a servant came to tell Trevor the frame maker wanted to speak to him. Okay, after some time, as Alan Trevor was there, so one person came to him and he said, one frame maker. Frame maker means, so for the pictures, the drawing pictures will be there, no? So outside they need to put from frame for the pictures, no? Photos. You had to put some photo frames like that. The frame makers will be there, the people who makes the frame. So he came there and he wants to speak with this person. Don't go away, Huey, he said. As he went out, I will be back in a moment. Okay, you don't go to your home. Wait, I will come back. I'll speak with that person and I'll come back. Like that he said. The old beggar man sat down. The old beggar man sat down on a wooden seat that was behind him. The old beggar man who was acting as model, so he sat for a while. He sat on the place there only. He looked so lonely and sad. This Huey was observing at this person, the old beggar man. He looked so lonely, as if he doesn't have anyone, like that he was, and also looking sad also, that Huey could not help feeling sorry for him. So Huey wants to help something. He wants to do something for the sake of the old man. He is longing to do some good to that person. And he was unable to do anything. He cannot help that old person because he doesn't have any job at all. He doesn't have money at all. He's not very clever. So all these negative things are there. So he's feeling so sorry. I couldn't help that old man. Sometimes even we also, right, when you look at the old people on the streets and the poor people on the streets, so sometimes even we want to help that person, but we will be in a different situation. We may not able to help and we feel sorry, right? So it will be troubling. They will be in trouble and they don't have the food at that time. They look little bit so pathetic and sad. We also feel sorry at that people. So even he also felt like that. He felt in his pockets to see what money he had. All he could find was his sovereign. One single coin was there in his pocket. He searched his two pockets. At last he could find a small one coin in his pocket. Okay. And then, poor man, he thought, he needs it more than I do, and he walked across the room and slipped the sovereign into the beggar's hand. So he thought like that. He felt so happy. He felt little bit help that person. So he took that coin and he felt that this person, the old beggar man, needs that single coin. He felt that if he could able to give that coin to that old beggar man, it is enough. That will be good for that person. He can buy anything like that. He felt, and he just slipped that small coin into the hands of the old beggar man who was there in that Alan Trevor shop. The old man jumped and a faint smile crossed his lips. The old man, he felt so happy and he jumped from that place, and also he gave a little bit a small smile on his lips. Thank you, sir, he said. Thank you. He began to say thanks to this old, Alan Huey. Okay, the old man, after taking the coin, he was thankful to that boy Huey. Then Trevor arrived. After some time, Trevor came, and Huey said good boy and left, feeling a little silly at what he had done. Huey also, Trevor came, and he also said goodbye to his friend, and also he left, and he felt little bit happy, and because he felt that he had helped a old beggar man. Right, whenever we also do any help to the people who are in need, at that time we also feel little bit satisfaction in our hearts. No, in the same way, even Huey also felt like that. Oh, I did it today. I could able to help one poor beggar man, like that he felt, and he felt happy about that. Then let us see what happened. That night he went to the Palette Club at about 11 o'clock and found Trevor having a drink by himself. When on the same day he went to the Palette Clubs. In foreign Western countries that is common, right? They will be going to the clubs and all the friends, they will be drinking. That was the common thing for them. In our side it is bad, but they don't feel bad. They will be doing that. That is like common thing for them. Of course, we don't know. He also felt that even Trevor also went there. And he found that this Alan Trevor was having his drink. He was drinking. Well, Alan, did you get the picture finished all right? He asked as he lit a cigarette. So then when Huey also began to lit a cigarette, and he began to ask his friend about the picture. Have you finished? Then finish and frame. Okay, I have finished that event framed also, framework also over, like that he said. Answered Trevor. And you might like to know that the old model you saw likes you very much. He said, Alan said that the person who you have helped and the old beggar man, no, he likes you so much. I had to tell him all about you. Okay, he likes the old beggar man. He likes Huey so much. Okay, and now Alan Trevor is telling that thing to whom? Huey. Okay, he's talking. Alan Trevor is saying to Huey that the old beggar man likes Huey so much, and also he says that Alan Trevor told everything about Huey to that old beggar man. What is that information? That he needs money. He needs to earn 2,000 pounds in order to get married. So here we have seen first paragraph. So how much money? Sorry, not 2,000, 10,000 pounds of money he needs to earn in order to get married Laura Mutton. That and all told. My dear Alan cried. I shall probably find him at home waiting for me. But of course, you are only joking. Poor old thing. I wish I could do something for him. I think it's dreadful that anyone should be so miserable. I have got heaps of old clothes at home. Do you think he would like any of them? Why, his rugs were falling to bits. So he was, Huey is thinking differently. He asked, why did you tell about myself? I was thinking about that man, that old beggar man, because he seems he doesn't have any clothes at all. And Hughie wants to give some of his clothes that were there in his house. He told that I have so many clothes in my house which are not at all useful. I want to help that old beggar man by giving those clothes because his rugs was torn and they're falling down. If I give such type of clothes to that person, it will be helpful for the old beggar man. He thought like that. But he looks so wonderful in them, said Trevor. Trevor is telling, but he is good in that clothes. I would not paint him in a good suit for anything. However, I'll tell him of your offer. Okay, he says that, okay, I will tell him your offer. What is Hughie's offer? That he wants to give his old clothes to that old beggar man. Okay, I will inform him about your offer. But Hughie wants to give the good clothes, old clothes to you. Okay, then old model was quite interested in her. Even Alan told that. Even Alan told the proposal of Hughie and his love Laura Merton. So as if they are both they are going to get married. That and all he told, and even old model means old beggar man was also quite interested in her. Then after listening this little bit, you don't mean to say you talked to him about her too, cried Hughie. Hughie got little angry. Okay, he was angry. Why did you tell about myself? Why did you tell about my would-be? Why did you tell all these things? She is mine, Laura Merton. Why did you tell about Laura Merton? I am going to marry her. And you told about that Laura Merton to that fellow. Why did you tell? He is feeling little sad about that. Certainly I did. He knows all about the colonel, the lovely Laura and the 10,000 pounds. Okay, this also he told. Next, in the next part, we'll see the surprising thing. What is about the old beggar man.